Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
Our new representative who ran on her economic platform addresses local business leaders.
Also tonight, local laws that address sexual exploitation could be getting a major overhaul if the Senate passes a pending bill.
And plastic can be dangerous, especially when those swipes don't belong to you.
And in sports, the plate is still 17 inches, but the other measurements are a bit off as our Little Leaguers head off island.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
This holiday, would you rather buy this TV or get one for free? For a limited time only, bring home a free 43-inch Samsung Smart TV when you sign up on Link with DTV Plus today. Just imagine your favorite movies, shows, and more, all in stunning quality on your brand new screen. Visit DocomoPacific.com or see us in store to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Hey CNMI, it's David Hood, and I'm here to tell you the former Hyatt will reopen November 25th. Welcome to the new Loyalty Club. Giovanni's, the coffee shop, Miyako's, and even the former Regency Club. Come spend the night with us. You should see the pool. It looks amazing. Look us up on Instagram or Facebook. Can't wait to see you here. I just want to take a moment to personally thank everyone in the CNMI for the unwavered support in the reopening of the former Hyatt. Thank you so much.
I love Mariana's coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Tangy pickles, slivered onions, tender pork covered in our delicious barbecue sauce, and topped on a home-style bun. Behold, the McRib. It's not just a sandwich, it's an experience altogether. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on December 4th from our studio on Capitol Hill.
Amidst local economic woes, our new representative to Congress meets with business leaders at today's Saipan Chamber of Commerce meeting. In the early morning hours of November the 6th, Ms. Hinds first discovered that the NMI electorate had chosen her to be only the second delegate to the U.S. Congress in CNMI history. She has since been to Washington, D.C. to begin her transition into office in January, but is back on island now in daily conversation with locals, government leaders, commercial interests like the Chamber of Commerce.
I hope that when we have these conversations, we set aside national politics and focus on policy and arguments and data and position statements in shaping and crafting these asks.
Ms. Hinds named 2 team members who will be on board during her tenure in office. Oliver Manglonia and Matt DeLeon Guerrero.
I ran on very specific priorities. In the last 3 months of my campaign, Brad, I said three things. Three things, and I've been out in the paper. One, revitalize the tourism industry, and the one way we do that is by opening up more markets. Two, build a sustainable workforce. Figure out how to fix this CW situation once and for all by passing a long-term legislation, right, that we all can rely on. And three, modernizing our utilities, because by modernizing our utilities, we bring down the cost of doing business, not just for the government, not for businesses, but for people who are looking desperately for relief. And guess what? I got elected based on those three priorities. And so he and I, right, are going to have to work together.
Governor Palacios and Ms. Hinds have had their political differences. Can they deliver a united front to the U.S. Congress?
This is not about politics. This is about the economy. Period. It's time for all of us to just put aside whatever feelings that we have about certain issues and focus on providing the relief that the people need. And frankly, some of these conversations that we've been having with regards to Annex 6 is the federal government telling us what to do instead of us advocating for the businesses who are here, who are desperately seeking relief. So I'm not here to parrot what the concerns are of the federal government. My job as your delegate is to go to Washington, D.C., and that's exactly what I told the governor. Governor, I understand your concerns. I understand your pressure. But that's my job. That's my job. Your job and my job is to put food on the table, to keep the lights on, to improve everybody's quality of life. And this is one way, and we're just going to have to work together.
Kimberlyn King-Hinds has traveled a long way in her lifetime from the island of Tinian to the hallowed halls of the United States Congress.
Oh man, well, first it's awe-inspiring to be able to walk in the halls, right, of many amazing people throughout our history that have done great things, right, passed legislation. So that part of it has just been really awesome, for lack of a better word. The other part is that, we all have these preconceived notions about people who serve in Congress because of the things that we see on TV. We fail to see the humanity or know them from the perspective of people fighting and advocating for their districts, right? And so that part of it too was really pleasantly surprising. I'm hoping that there is a recognition that the CNMI has very particularized needs amidst this broader conversation, and those are the issues that I want to focus on.
Credit cards can get you in financial trouble, and if they don't belong to you, the trouble can be worse than high interest rates and penalty fees.
30-year-old Stephen Roman Tadella is charged with forgery and theft. On or about June 1, 2024, police say Tadella used victim's credit card, incurring $179.98, and forged her signature. Additionally, police say victim's credit card was used to make several purchases throughout various stores, totaling approximately $839.62. Property having a value of at least $250 but less than $20,000 is made punishable by a maximum of 5 years imprisonment, a $5,000 fine, or both. Change of plea set for February 5th.
A mental evaluation has been requested for a local man who authorities says was involved in criminal activity.
25-year-old Jimmy Philip Kaipat appeared in front of Judge Joseph Camacho in Superior Court this morning. Kaipat is in DOC custody for 2 separate cases. On August 24, 2023, police say Kaipat broke into his neighbor's house located in or near Terry's Snack Bar. The victim says she was asleep and heard her bedroom door open and saw Kaipat wearing a black shirt standing inside her room. She told police he frequently comes into her business asking for cigarettes and bothers the female customers. He was charged with burglary and disturbing the peace. On September 16, 2024, police say Saipan was charged with indecent exposure in the second degree and disturbing the peace when he exposed himself to a minor. With issues of competency, a mental evaluation is requested. Status conference set for January 5th for both cases.
Sexual assault laws could get a major overhaul in the coming days as new legislation has passed the House and is now headed to the Senate. Marissa Flores, representative for Saipan House of Representatives Precinct No. 3, introduced House Bill 23-122, which she says took 4 years to reach the House floor and will address a law that is dangerously incomplete.
This is a milestone for not just the victims, but the Commonwealth as a whole, because we are now taking our approach at being very progressive in handling matters such as this. The language was very outdated. And as Chester Attorney Hinds mentioned, we need to update it for today, for tomorrow, not for 20, not for 30 years. It's happening.
Chester Hinds is instrumental in championing this bill.
We get calls every day, literally almost every week, dealing with sexual abuse of a minor cases, and the only way that we can really address them is with passage of this bill. So for example, in current law right now, the only way sexual abuse of a minor happens is if it's a person in position of authority or a person or a family member within the household. This bill expands the protection to so that anyone that a child meets that's engaged in some sort of sexual or intimate acts with a child can be prosecuted for those acts. I have to express that this bill came from work with the coalition, with DYS, with DPS. This is a group effort, and we've gone through all the islands, talked to them about age of consent and all these different issues that are affecting their islands, and this bill is a result of that.
The Division of Youth Services data shows that cases of reported child abuse have risen from 41 cases in 2016 to 115 cases in 2023.
I know a lot of survivors growing up in this community that didn't share their story so openly as they do today. So this was very important to me because there are a lot of women and men, and back in my time growing up, which would have made me a minor also, that had gone through this. And the injustice was that nothing happened. Nothing took place to safeguard and avoid the trauma and avoid this this need for such a progressive change. But I also have children, and my children will have children. And this is why this bill is important.
Under the bill's language, the age of consent for minors will go up from just 13 years of age to 15. It will also address posting content online, known in many instances as revenge porn. It will require the consent of all parties involved before content can be posted. The bill was passed by the House, but still needs passage in the Senate to become law.
I hope that next week when the Senate meets, based on what I've been told, that they will be meeting sometime next week, my hope is that they pass it on first and final.
I could feel it, I won't come down. I could see it with all that.
We can't wait to welcome you back. Beginning October 16th, the doors of Miyako will reopen. Alongside the tranquil ocean and vibrant gardens inside the former Hyatt, Miyako will offer 2 weekday seatings for a special Japanese lunch buffet. Make your reservations Monday through Friday by calling 670-488-1000 and indulge in authentic dishes, including fresh, never frozen salmon and tuna. Make new memories at an old favorite. Make it special. Make it Miyako.
And then this is where
Who's going to do the Welcome to Saipan segment? We have the best. Oh, that's me? I'm going to be doing that. Okay. Okay. Are you going to go to what?
Are you going to go to the street market?
Probably. Wait. Look, I'm going to do the Welcome to Saipan segment. That's good, right?
Oh, and then, who came in for sports today.
Okay, I know.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
The king is back like prodigal. I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm on the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, master minor, big time.
Premium office space is available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Features include dedicated parking, fast internet, backup power, good water, and natural light throughout to go along with the very best views on Saipan. So don't settle for space when you can get peace and peace of mind. Call Hermosa Vista today at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in.
Officials are hoping reduced fees help attract more vendors and get a former local favorite back in action. Thursday nights have been a bit of a stop and start, but this Thursday, the Garapan Street Market is scheduled to happen, so get ready for food and music and bring an appetite. The Garapan Street Market is back. Tomorrow evening, starting at 5:30 p.m. and going until 9 p.m. Food, music, people, dancing, food, barbecue, singing, people, and lots of food. Where? At Paseo de Marianas. When? Tomorrow. For your information, next week is off, but the market will resume again on December 19th. The Garapan Street Market is back. In a long weekend of competition, the CNMI competed with our sister island of Guam in many disciplines. Our youth baseball team was vanquished. They outpointed us in motocross victories on our own shores, and this team arrives home from Guam sore but smiling. Welcome to Saipan. 3 players from the 670 Rollers returned from Guam after playing in a basketball tournament. They make no excuses about their performance.
I say my team did good. Yeah. We played 4. I think 4 matches.
But overall, how was your experience?
It was fun. Yeah, I want to go back.
Your team did really good? Really?
My experience, it was good. We learned a lot. Now we know how the competition is like in Guam, and we know to get better and to work harder, because we went down there not really prepared, and we learned our lesson. It was challenging. I was gassed, but I had to force myself because it was for my team, and it was for also not only for my team. Also for the CNMI, yeah.
It was great. We learned a lot. We learned that Guam has more competition, and we need to improve ourselves to get better. It was great, but we learned to practice harder because when we went out there, we lost. And still great experience, but we learned a lot. Let's go Rollers and the NMI. One heart, one team.
Head coach J.P. Cruz from the 670 Rollers may have seen the Guam competition through a slightly different lens.
The boys that went down with me, they wanted to experience playing ball at Guam, and it was a really fun experience for them.
22 young players traveled to Guam to compete in the games.
They enjoyed the experience in Guam. They realized how playing other competition could help improve their game and give them the mindset that not everything is easy.
Also on the Guam flight, this time via Tokyo, Colby Parker, a staff sergeant with the United States Air Force Band of the Pacific, is bugling his arrival.
We're based in Tokyo, Japan at Yokota Air Base, and we are here visiting Saipan and Tinian and also Guam in support of Operation Christmas Drop, the longest running humanitarian effort in the United States Air Force. We are the band, so we're here providing ceremonial support, a bit of class pomp and circumstance for the ceremony, and in conjunction with that, we're also doing outreach missions and just playing throughout the community all over the islands. Oh, so our band has actually done Operation Christmas Drop support for many, many years. I don't know exactly how many, but our group was here 2 years ago. Last year we sent another component of our unit, and it is just an absolute pleasure every time we get the chance to come out here. People in these islands are so incredibly warm and welcoming, and it means the world to us to be able to provide some music for them.
6 years in the Air Force, and the time, like the Air Force on mission, flies by so quickly.
Yes, thank you so much for having us. It's an honor to be here in your community. Please come see us at the Governor's Tree Lighting on Friday or at the Sheraton Hotel on Saturday, where we're playing with the Saipan Philharmonic Winds. It is just such a pleasure to be here, and we hope to see you at some of our free shows soon.
Oh, coming up, baseball's in the books in North America, but we are just getting warmed up here in the Marianas.
Our local boys head south to battle Australia and Guam. Our doctor of baseball has a special report. Stay tuned, sports is next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Motivation isn't always easy to come by. Thankfully, there's one place that continues to ignite my willpower. This one place provides me with the knowledge and support I need to grow, so I can continue to become a better version of myself. This is where I discovered my passion, where I achieved successes that made me proud. It's home to where I improved my performance, seeing the opportunity in every challenge. And when doubt creeps inside and I think about giving up, I remember the heroes who've also called this place home. And just like them, I know that every last rep is always a beginning. No matter how hard it gets, nothing can stop me. I will always come back stronger because I'm part of a legacy.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! Northern Marianas played in its first international Little League baseball tournament in 10 years. Our professor of sports, Bob Coldeen, has taken a temporary leave of absence from retirement to file this very special report.
Little League Baseball on Saipan was first chartered in 1973 by the organization based in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, playing under their rules and regs while competing in the Asia-Pacific region, including appearance in the Little League World Series in Williamsport, plus multiple junior, senior, and big league World Series in the mainland. All that came to a grinding halt following Typhoon Sotalor and U2, and the charter has not been in effect for the past several years. This year, the Natibu Sports Association stepped up and sponsored a small abbreviated Little League season from which a team was selected, supported by the Saipan Baseball League, to participate in its first World Baseball Softball Confederation U12 Oceania tournament under their rules and regs on Guam last weekend against teams from Guam and Australia. Bases were 75 feet apart instead of 60 that Saipan uses. The mound was further back. Runners could take leads. Balk rule in effect. While new for the NMI, it was also new for the organizers who had difficulty getting the correct letters for the Saipan squad, not to be confused with Minneapolis or Mariana's Northern Protectorate, or Mariana Islands, which also includes Guam. The weekend started with Mass Thanksgiving morning for the team with reserved seats at the Agana Cathedral. The tournament provided youngsters with special moments such as getting or giving their first autograph and walking off with a souvenir kangaroo.
No, mine was dropped.
It has to, Ken.
No, it's gonna stay with me.
No, it can't fit.
After dropping its first 3 games in the 4th inning of the final game Sunday, the NMI took a 10-7 lead over Guam. Only to see the home team rally to snatch it 15-11, but that could not dampen the overall enthusiasm for the NMI from start to end. So say Knox Sablon, Skylar Guerrero, and Liam Sablon.
It was a good feeling and it was a good experience, and we did good, but we
Could have done better?
Yeah, we could have done better.
Okay, are you looking forward to a new season in Little League?
Yes. I learned from this experience to work harder and train better and communicate.
Are you looking forward to next Little League season? You want to play ball more now?
Yes, I would like to play ball more.
Tell the people of Saipan about this tournament.
To just not never give up on your dreams. So the more you play, the better you get, and so that's how you can make all-star like me, and everyone can be an all-star.
What was your favorite moment during the tournament?
When I was playing pitcher against Guam, when I kept on striking them out.
Mike Rot Guerrero, a veteran ball player who has a long history of being in baseball tournaments with Guam, returned exasperated.
The boys were not really together as a team for playing-wise. The coaches were there, but as far as umpiring, we always have that thought with Guam kind of cheating a bit against us, so it bothered the fans and our players. As far as being creamed against Guam or Australia, it wasn't cool. It's our first time we ever have a complete loss.
But we started out poorly, but our best game, we kept getting better every game. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I do. The last game was our best game.
For Cohen Torres and the rest of the team, this tournament whetted their appetite for more international baseball competition.
Oh, yeah, there you go, boy. That's it, Cohen.
Go, baby, go.
Where we from? Saipan! Where we from? Saipan! Who we from? NMI! Who we from? NMI! NMI! Awesome!
First three, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight, partly cloudy with only a 20% chance of showers with low temperatures around 80 degrees. Tomorrow, also nice with only a 10% chance of rain at the street market. Highs in the day of 88 and lows around 79. The sun has set tonight at 5:46 p.m. and will rise tomorrow at 6:29 a.m. Probably around the time for those preparing for moot court to be waking, but way too early for the street market dancers to be limbering up, and I will be seeing them near the water and at the Paseo.
That's news, sports, and weather. Thanks for joining us.
And we will see you again right back here in the same places Friday. Thank you.